So we are playing Before the Echo,
Indeed.
or Sequence, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So are you going to be starting a new game? Or-
Yes,
Yeah.
because I want people to see the full experience.
Also give a good time for people to catch up with the game too.
Indeed. Now we'll go ahead and go with medium for right now, because honestly, it can be a little bit tricky. Actually, I'll go for medium for now.
I guess it was just warning you about overwriting your progress.
Yes, I had overridden my progress because I wasn't that too far ahead.
Sure.
I feel kind of bad because I don't recognize any of those names.
Those darn indie musicians.
Which I suppose is better than only getting small snippet of licensed things. Or a bunch of cover ones which your mileage may vary.
Right.
Like, that was actually my problem with the Disney Fantasia game. Because they only had, a remarkably small amount of songs that they would have had copyrights to.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of the mixes were just awful.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright, but now the game begins.
God, my head. What the hell just... My wallet. Someone stole my damn wallet. Great. I'm penniless and stuck in some gothic funhouse. Unless this is a dream. Nope. My brain feels like it was stabbed by a hobo. It's gotta be real. But how did I get here? I remember I was in my apartment, getting ready for bed.
You're talking to yourself. Really?
Who's there?
Me.
Where are you?
Up here. Intercom. My name's Naya.
Because
That's
how
a
weird
weird
is
name.
it to hear voices to which you cannot put a face,
My wallet?
and which
Yeah, I
puts you
stole
through
your
a game?
wallet for
I'm
drug
just
money and
wondering.
I decided to confess my sins via intercom. Wait, hold on. I have to do this bump of cocaine.
Uh-huh. Well, do you know who took it?
Nope, I've only been watching for a few minutes.
You can see me?
Unfortunately, yes. You should really work on your look. It's a little dated.
I don't need to... Look, I just woke up and I can't remember how I got here. I think I may have been drugged, or...
You weren't drugged.
Then what the hell happened?
I'm not at liberty to say.
And why not?
I'm not at liberty to say that either. Look, I've been assigned to guide you through the tower, which will try its very darndest to kill you at every turn.
Darndest?
Shut up.
This place is a little creepy, I'll admit, but I think
You
I can
approved
manage.
family-friendly
Go date
language.
rape and piss
Indeed.
off someone else. I'm... Whoa! What the hell?
Damn it, you arrogant jerk. I'm trying to help you.
Good, go! Help! Get this thing the hell away from me!
Hey, is it... Oh, okay. It's this one. Got it.
Mr. Cthulhu
What?
leak on.
What was that?
A saving grace hotshot.
A very
Look through those
important
office
button
messages,
to
you
have,
log down
really.
and listen up.
Okay, Okay.
I'm gonna break down basic training into several lessons. You can repeat a lesson if you want, or even skip them, though I wouldn't recommend it. I'm only doing this once.
And I will, in fact, be skipping the training because I can go ahead and take care of the rest of it
Well,
likewise.
that's about it.
Yeah,
for the
we've already
basics of
Ben's already done
combat.
all the tutorials.
Right.
So we're done?
And that's honestly
Nuh-uh.
pretty boring, and
What's
you all
the
know
class
how
about final
tutorials
exam?
work.
Good one.
On a scale of 1 to stop whining, shut your face. We're gonna send you through a battle, and you're not moving on until you win.
This is my big complaint with the game so far. They are trying way
All
too
right,
hard
remember what you
on the
learned.
snarky,
Good luck.
humor.
Right.
And just take a second to say I'm not sure humor was the right word for it.
Alright, so here's the situation. You have 4 fields. Of them, or 3 fields rather.
Yes.
One is for mana, one is for spells, and one is the defensive field. Essentially, you block attacks here in the defensive field, or else you take damage. You go here to replenish your mana, and you cast spells in the spell field in order to attack, defend, or do whatever.
Right.
I'm going to let that one go. As you can see, a gray arrow did 1 point of damage. Other ones do more damage, as you might expect.
What about the blue ones? They do 2?
I don't remember exactly how it worked. I think one of them does 2, one of them does 5, one of them does 10.
Ooh.
It's something like that.
Right.
But yeah, long story short, you do not want to get hit by the brightly colored spells. And obviously, when you get rid of the enemy's health to 0, you win.
Yay!
If you don't, you lose. And there we are.
Okay, I think I've got it. Kind of.
And
Well,
the
you're the
tutorial
one who
did
said
not
you were ready to
explain
move
why we're
on.
playing
Don't
DDR
blame
to
me
defeat
if you end up
monsters.
splattered on the wall.
And none of you can see me kind of shrugging my shoulders.
Don't
It
worry.
just
It's hard
is.
to blame me.
You just have to deal with it.
Oh, you.
Just tell me where I am.
We call it the Tower. I can tell you that this place was designed to test certain individuals. Very few are brought in, and very few survive.
But why me? What's the point?
Who knows? I'm just your guide, your shepherd. I do what the big boys say. But trust me when I say I'm on your side.
Guess I don't have much of a choice.
Nope.
What now?
Well, new best buddy, I think I need a name.
It's Kai.
Ooh, that's a weird name.
You're really annoying, you know.
Sorry. All right,
I don't want to play
this is
Guilty
how it
Gear.
works. There
Hi,
are 7 levels
Kisuke.
of the tower, and you're on floor the 1st. Get through all 7 levels, and you'll be set free.
Just like that.
Poof, just like that. To advance to the next level, you'll need a key. You can make one a bit later.
Okay.
So I know you're eager to charge into battle.
I don't...
There's another one of those tentacle-y things nearby.
Naya,
Oh, snap, there it is. Get it?
Notice there are no actual tentacles on this
I was about to
thing.
say, it's...
Yeah, the reason why I almost always open a fight with barrier is because it slows down the rate that enemy attacks go through, which is really helpful, as you might expect.
Right.
I'm actually doing a lot better than I did the first time I played this.
Yeah, initially we weren't sure if we were actually going to be streaming it because Ben had a lot of trouble with the controls the first time. A lot of it came down to the fact that you basically have to wait for to when the arrows are just past the line, whereas a lot of games you kind of hit them as they touch it.
Right.
So that's a little bit different from similar games.
You also have to be pretty good at shifting between the different fields when you need them. Also note that... Oh, this is one of the colored arrows I was talking about.
Right.
Probably should have let it go through. But yeah, you do have to note, too, that each spell has a cooldown, which, especially for some of them, can mean you can spend long periods of time not doing anything.
Yeah, those circles on the bottom there.
Right. But as you can see, the tentacly monster wasn't actually that big of a deal. And still not very tentacly. I feel cheated.
Congratulations, you're not dead.
That was easy.
Sure it was.
What's this stone it dropped?
Oh, come on, it's obsidian. Didn't you study geology?
Nope, I'm woefully ignorant. I was just surprised a creepy tentacle monster was carrying around an extrusive igneous volcanic byproduct.
Ooh, I'm impressed. Well, obsidian is a fairly standard ingredient. You'll need to fight stronger enemies for the rarer components.
If things get rough, you can just do that flashy thing again, right?
I can't actually see what's going on in your battles. If you're confident enough to fight, I have to trust that you can finish. Besides, I think I only have 2 more of those saving graces, so I'd rather not use them against the weakest damn things in the tower.
Fair enough.
Looking
Let's
at
go
the biggest
ahead and
darn
get you
things
to
in the
safe
tower.
room. It's right
This
down
is
the
not family friendly.
Oh,
We
not
have
that.
cheated our audience.
There we go. It's through that big, cozy-looking doorway over there. See it?
The one with the bloodstains.
Yeah.
Right.
See? Nothing to be afraid of.
I guess.
That's cozy.
What's all this
Yep.
stuff here?
The
In the
fireplace.
safe room, you've
I
got
would
access
I would
to your
happily
items,
stay
your
in the safe
equipment,
room,
your spells,
even though there
your
isn't a red door.
It's your home base, so to speak.
I won't be attacked here?
Save for my verbal lashings? Correct. We're gonna run through all the systems at your disposal in here. Here are a few more ingredients. And a whole bunch of recipes as well.
Why was she giving that to us?
Good question.
When you're ready, go ahead and pull up the gear screen.
Okay, so basically, as
Yep, we are forced into a tutorial. I can't skip it.
okay.
This is the item screen, where you'll manage your items, equipment, and synthesis.
That said, I'm going to do my level best because it's pretty
Here we
obvious.
have your... Just...
You have weapons that you can equip to increase your stats. You have armor you can equip for armor.
Here you'll find items that you can use
You
to
have
increase your abilities,
accessories that
and
do
key items
various
that
things.
permanently bestow some
You
sort
have
of
your key
identity.
items,
Oh,
you
good.
have your
We'll
scrolls,
equip
which
them
are
using-
spells,
One
and
type
so
of
forth
item
and
you
so
can
on.
synthesize
Wait.
Oh,
Good point.
anyway,
I guess.
this is the raw material.
And of course, raw
Go
materials
ahead-
for synthesis, which is actually
If
important.
you have
Right.
the necessary ingredient, go ahead and try. Here you can control.
I won't.
This isn't you.
And yes, there is a very obvious chance here you have a 50-50 shot of just wasting everything. So.
Congratulations.
Well, I don't know if
Click the
it uses up the materials, but I know it does use up the XP.
Right. That's a good point. We'd have to check that. But yeah, when I asked Slur, who was the guy who
This looks
gifted
dumb.
This is the.
us,
Oh no.
the
No, don't do this again.
who gifted us the game, I kind of asked, "Well, how important is a crafting system?" He said, "Well, it's basically the entire game."
the middle.
Why did this suddenly not work?
What were you doing?
I skipped over the part that actually told me what the black potion is used for.
On the
So I think I have to do all this again.
Here we.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
great.
That's what you get for trying to skip the tutorials.
One type of.
Good point.
Any.
I guess.
This go. If you have, go ahead. And, here you.
Okay.
This you. Go ahead.
Okay, so it succeeds this time because she can arbitrarily decide it does.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's right. I had to actually use it.
Cool.
Yes. In addition to. Sort. All right.
Some of that you may have not wanted to actually skip.
I already knew all of it. Basically, you can.
The chat doesn't.
I don't think the chat is going to need to know that you can desynth items in order to gain experience from them. But if you do, you can desynth items to get experience from them. Ta-da! Like I said, all of this is very intuitive. If you've played any kind of RPG, you know what happens.
Fair enough.
So, well,
There is.
got
You can.
And then you can actually switch out your spells. Hooray!
That's
Yep,
pretty much it.
I'll
The
Good.
third spell
And-
slot thing
Yep.
added another spot to the wheel there.
Yep.
So head out onto the floor. Just tell me what.
And now for the actual portion of the game.
Mhm.
You need obsidian, and you're going to need one item for each of these two in order to construct Key the First. So,
It's basically this is the meat and potatoes of the
yep.
of the game. You fight monsters, you get random drops from them, and you rinse and repeat till you create stuff to move up to the next floor.
And you do it again. Which actually isn't too bad as far as games like this go.
Right. That's kind of why I was chastising you a bit for skipping the banter, because basically all there is to this game besides the battles.
The banter in this particular section is not actually that good, because there's only so much you can do to make you're going to equip your items
Right. Hey, Keen.
a little bit easier, or a little bit more interesting.
Mhm.
Hey there, Keen. Obviously, if you say something in chat, I'm going to have to rely on Wayne telling me what you say, because I can't look away.
Oh, so far so good. Yes, I'll keep you informed.
I appreciate that. But yeah, it's actually those double segments that I have the hardest time with. Because if you do that, the way this control scheme works is you use your control pad to hit the arrows, but you can also use your 4 buttons, X, Y, A, B.
Right.
And if there is a double one, like a left and a right at the same time,
You have to use both.
You have to use both at exactly the same time. And this controller is not the easiest for that.
So,
All right.
that was your first, whatever the heck that was.
This is a holiday Wampa. Don't ask me why it's a Wampa. It just is.
I guess you can't do a nerdy style game without having a Star Wars reference. I don't think there actually were Wampas in the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I don't believe so. I will say that I do like some of the songs here.
Yeah, this track's pretty good. It's also the same track for the same enemy every time.
Right. So you can actually get into a pretty good groove of how to beat the monsters down.
Right.
It's also somewhat essential because they attack in, I think, pretty much preset patterns, which means that you can actually get an idea for when they attack and avoid getting killed.
Right.
Which, as you might expect, is kind of important.
So the basic difference between spheric and arc light, and if those are references, I don't know what they are basically arc light is a bit cheaper, but takes longer to recharge, and is a much more complicated formula.
Right.
Whereas
it also does more damage.
Right, it also does more damage. Whereas spheric is your fast attack, but it also costs more.
Is basically the truth of it. I like having spheric in there because it's always a possibility to just dart over and do a quick little 1-2 press and actually do some damage.
Yeah, with this kind of game, there are only so many levers you can adjust to give trade-offs between abilities.
Exactly.
You've got time, you've got complexity, you've got cost, and that's about it.
Right.
Granted, you can do a lot with that, but...
And these are pretty useful because you just desynth them and you get all of experience, which means they can actually make up for the things you have to use for everything else.
Right.
So... Now we go forth and we fight the derp fish.
He wants to know how in the world we found a bottomless pit and how do we put it in our bag. We put the bottomless pit in the bag of holding, it opened up a rift to the astral plane, and then we walked back out.
Which is more than most adventurers manage. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm starting to have that problem again, where it's having problems reading 2 different button presses at the same time.
There you go. We just weren't ready for it. There you go. Bad news say if a chain gets through, it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad time.
Let's do a barrier to slow this down a little bit.
Right.
There we are.
You'd think a barrier would do something like block a set number of hits or damage or
You'd
something,
think. But that is exactly not what it does.
Yeah, make sure to check the description on the bottomless pit whenever we get back out. Some of them are actually kind of funny.
Obviously, I am out of mana, so I cannot cast anything.
So basically, you're seeing here the where the main source of the difficulty comes from. So once you get a handle on the timing, each individual thing isn't too bad.
Right.
But juggling the 3 different screens while attacks are coming at you and stuff like that.
That is definitely the challenge.
That's also where the grinding can be handy because, like Ben said, a lot of the the attacks that come in sequence with the music are going to be the same.
Right. In this case, once again, I'm just going to rely on spheric for the major damage because it comes out so quickly.
Right.
Here we are.
Very good.
And let's see. I remember some of the things the derp fish can give me. We got nothing.
But you got nothing.
Right.
Doing a little bit of math there. Yeah, odds are not high if none of those coming.
Right.
None of those coming up.
Yeah, bottomless pit.
Topless pit. No, topless pit is just making me think of Kid Icarus.
I could actually see that. Well, that means we have to do this
Gotta
again.
do it
So
again,
here we
right.
are.
So everybody had a good Labor Day, good Labor Day weekend.
I certainly hope so.
I'm definitely glad to have the day off. Work actually wanted me in to help out on the shift tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow isn't too bad.
Tomorrow's not too bad. I'm so far behind on my video editing that it was kind of like, yeah, that's a good day to catch up, and nope.
Yep. Sometimes that just happens.
So the blue ones are 2, the green ones are 3, the yellow one's supposed to be 5.
I think so, yeah.
I guess if there's a red one, then that one's probably 10.
I think there is.
There's one thing RPGs get you trained to remember. It's red icons are bad news.
Right, red icons are always the worst. Here we are.
And you can see there's a little bit of a random range to the spells here. I think Spheric can do anywhere from, it's like against this enemy at least, from 7 to 12 or so. And of course, you have you have an offense stat of your own, and they have a defense stat.
Right.
And that's a basic, just basic math.
Yep. And you can come. There we are. Hipster cotton.
And a fanny pack.
And a fanny pack, which I believe is a armor. Yeah. Not actually worn on the fanny. And because of that, we don't need the bronze armor, so we de-equip it. And there we are.
I'm not sure what the NBA player thing is a reference to.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Destined to battle axe.
I think.
How much of it increases it over your knife?
Plus 3 HP and plus 1 offense. So I'll go ahead and go for it.
Yeah. And if you put more XP, that increases the odds.
Right. Yeah, you can never get to 100, but there we are. This means I have to fight the derpfish again, but if this succeeds, as it did, it'll be a lot easier. Break that down.
Yeah. Seems like it's probably worth it then, as long as you desynth what you had previously.
Right. Yeah, that is exactly right. Alright. We take it down and then we will fight the boss.
So this means I'm going to spend some time doing some math, trying to find out the optimal amount to add to it.
Yeah, my basic theory on it is usually to just dupe arg. Obviously, it's hard to comment and play at the same time. But my basic theory is to go as high as you can without dropping a level if you're going to need to fight something.
Right. Yeah, that sounds very reasonable to me. Also, since we skipped that part of the tutorial, for these spells, you simply can't make any mistakes while you're casting.
That is correct. If you make any mistakes, the spell doesn't go off.
Right. Hey, Mog.
Hey, Mog.
Slur told her about this game. Oh, and we'll have to move the text box over as soon as Ben's got a minute. Yes, we are the...
we are the guy on the left.
We are hipster McHoodie over there. I guess I like the pattern on his sleeves, though.
Yeah, it's the one bit of character design that he actually has in his favor.
Otherwise, he seems to be about as generic as as possible.
Whew, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to
Nice
catch that.
save, yeah.
And I think this should do it. There we are. Alright, let's move that. Well, that's the problem.
Yep.
There. The fish looks like he's got a much better backstory. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Morgan said that that Slur didn't buy it for her. That's funny.
Oh, we got a straw man.
I'll say. These writers is probably full of straw men.
Okay, so we don't need another fanny pack, obviously. I would argue sometimes you really don't need a fanny pack at all, but
No, wrong.
All right, and with that, key the first.
I'm just imagining him actually pulling the straw man out of his pocket to deflect or to drive away attackers, kind of like what's his name, the Mr. Hat from Trucy and Apollo Justice.
Oh yeah. We call them bum packs, which works about as well. And see, I love how Mog says, we call them bum bags. Fanny pack is just hilarious. Madam? Let me tell you. All right, now that we have key the first, we can open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, huh. How are these ingredients mixing like this anyway? There's no catalyst, no casting mold, no...
Hey, look, it's the keyhole. Go insert your new key, you handsome young man, you.
Young man, how old are you?
24.
You're the same age I am.
What are you getting at here? If you say 24 isn't young, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Seriously, 30 is still young.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for the humor of this game. Yes.
There's a guy here.
Yeah, I can.
Ooh, or Mrs.
Why
Either
is
way.
there a guy here?
Because you need to fight him.
Were you planning on informing me of this at any point?
How would that be any fun?
I hate you.
Oh, I dare say. I call into question your sexual orientation. Good sir, I do posit that your mother has maintained intimate relations with men other than her chosen spouse. Yes.
Naya?
This is Percival, the first guardian. Each guardian is, shall we say, unique.
Speaketh the lady true, Sir Percival at your service. Might I say, your pantaloons and frock are shoddy and poorly made. Oh.
Is this a rap battle?
Your intelligence is well below the expected average for a white male. Perhaps you are of other ethnic descent?
Okay, it's a racist rap battle.
Everyone was racist in Victorian times.
Come, do your worst! Lay at me with your finest jibes!
Naya, I don't actually have to insult him, do I?
No, but, I mean, look at him. He's asking for it. Literally.
His face is stupid.
You knave! Oh, you buffoonish lummox! Your words are poison bombs! I shall remove the piss from thee!
I'd like to see you try, Knickerbocker.
Bring it down!
Yeah, I think Percival won that one.
And as Mog correctly points out, and the pace is actually a little bit faster. But he speaks Edwardian. He's supposed to be Victorian, and is honestly just kind of ridiculous all told.
Right.
So hooray!
And also, that being said, there's something about somebody with your modern day writing making fun of the style of what's the term for it? Verbal sparring and stuff like that. Because there are some freaking savage battles of wits back in the day. I mean, we're 1700s, 1800s. We're talking Voltaire and all that stuff. So.
And this is a lot more hectic than I had remembered.
It's a pretty close fight, at least. Opening barrier back up.
Yep. Because as you can see, he attacks pretty quickly, so smoothing it out a little is always a good idea.
Right. Mog suggested possibly Georgian.
Georgian, what I could also see.
We're going to defer to the British lady on this one. See, Ben's kept up on his history pretty well too.
Oh yeah.
Whereas that's the kind of time period that
Arg.
Yeah, I'm familiar with ancient stuff really well, and then I start picking back up in Murica. Everything in between. Just hey,
yeah.
Zane. Oh, Zane hates everything. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what you get for playing Overwatch. I mean... No, why do you hate everything?
Mug does think it's a bit weird that our guy keeps the default smug portrait. Yeah, it's like the Percival guy seems really good to be getting into it with his default thing being calling you out, whereas, Kai is just...
There we go. Yeah, you would think that, as things go... Because I think even when you're pretty close to death, I think that Kai doesn't actually do anything.
Oh, he didn't get to the Overwatch today. Technical issues.
Oh, that would explain it.
Yeah, we were busy when I saw the alert come on, Zane, so...
And yes, we did just get his pantaloons. They're actually a surprisingly good item. Please note also, I don't think he's actually wearing pantaloons.
Right.
Your shepherd has trained you well.
Yeah, I did.
Mayhap, oh brash youth, you yet
Georgian style,
imagine
right.
me but a flight of whimsy, an illusion, or dream?
Sort of, yeah.
If the shadows we have offended.
Take heed.
I'm just
Your
saying.
life is in truest danger. Seek the top, Kai, and trust your shepherd. She is your only ally.
Strider 2014 isn't the best thing.
How did he know my name?
Ouch.
Because we told him. Anyway, you're 1/7 of the way through. Congratulations.
Hooray.
Great.
I kind of wonder if they were inspired
Listen,
by that
Maya,
one...
I need some answers here. Is my family safe? Is this all for a ransom, or...
I'm sorry, Kai. I don't know. Honest. Best to keep moving.
I just... Alright, up we go.
I wonder if it was inspired by that one Babylon fight.
Crystal.
Each floor of the tower.
Oh,
Shush.
Oh, we took it back to the safe room.
If it makes you feel better, you're quite close to the safe room. You should be able to get there without any encounters.
Is a
I'll
super
need to
boring
find eventually,
Metrovania. Oof.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, what were you doing before the tower?
Before
Why the
we
sudden
go.
interest?
Just making conversation.
I'm a graduate student in electrical and computer engineering. I specialize in robotics and machine intelligence.
Like Skynet.
Well, this is playing.
Right.
Do you want to go send
Just like
a
Skynet.
slur message on
Where do you
Steam
go to
when we're
school?
playing this?
University of Florida.
You should have been on the bottom.
You're a gator.
Yeah, you know Twitch
bleed
is.
orange and blue.
Lucky you.
And you? Is this a full-time thing, or do you have a 9 to 5?
This is a full-time thing.
Really? You people are kind of demanding.
You people. Racist.
I dislike whatever race fathered you, so yes, I'm a racist.
Fathered. Sexist. Alright, I've got some recipes for you.
The second key?
Among others. From now on, I'll be giving you an extra recipe per floor. It'll be a little harder to complete, but you'll get some extra benefits for your trouble.
Like what?
Go get 'em, Tiger.
Here we go.
Ouch. So Zane's got a bunch of technical problems.
I just love how you said Metrovania instead of Metroidvania.
What did I say?
Metrovania.
Metro.
we got to work our way around the subway. That would be a freaking adventure in
Yep.
some places.
As you can see, we have more stuff that we can make.
Mm-hmm.
We also have pantaloons. We equip the pantaloons. So I don't know about you, but if I had a choice between fanny pack and pantaloons, I go with pantaloons every time. Also, we now have an extra spell slot. We do not have a spell to fill that with, other than the healing spell that I never actually use. But we might as well, so here we are. Ta-da!
All right.
That's a Metro Last Light mod.
So we're new. We have a reference.
Yep, we have the Audrey 2. Feed me! Okay, shield first. I almost always go with that. So it just helps you, especially early on, because your spells don't start out charged, which means that you have to wait for them to come online.
Right. Yeah,
So you might as well throw the barrier down.
Mom's letting us know she passed her car test and got a smart car.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I am the worst friend. I remember you mentioning that on Steam, and then I completely forgot to
He
do a
kind
past
of
congrats.
is,
Yeah.
actually.
I'm just so forgetful. Like, I pull up the message, I okay, I'll do this next time, and then I forget. And then the next time is like a month later.
Oh, this. We have a Guardian effect going on.
So you can see or not that the arrows trail off right as they get to the last bottom part of the screen. So you have to
Which is really bad.
Mm.
And it is true that, you know, there are worse effects you could have, but...
Hey, Slur.
Hey, Slur! Woo!
So, is a smart car a driverless Google car, or is that a term for something else? Because, you know, because my mom calls her Fusion a smart car, you know, that basically just means it has Bluetooth and wireless everything, but you still have to drive it.
Yeah, it's like, how smart is your smart car? Whew.
We are on normal right now, Slur.
Yes. That's right, I did switch it up, switch to more normal. I was thinking about going with hard, but I figured since, you know, I'm on stream and this is the first time trying to see how to balance it.
Right. Oh, you got all 3 drops.
Oh, it's just a brand name. It's a small thing. If you hit a cardboard box, it'd break down.
The gems were disappearing. I was getting slaughtered for a minute.
The Guardians get meaner, Kai. That was the Second's interference.
What, he can just screw with my fights whenever he wants?
Well, no. The rules stipulate that he can only do that once per battle.
Rules? Come on, who the hell is making this stuff up?
Not I. In any case, the item from that
Think
extra recipe I
Cthulhu.
gave you will prevent his influencing regular battles. When you face him directly, though, it won't be quite as effective.
Wonderful.
Get used to handling that attack while you can. That's all I can say.
Oh, the tutorial levels are always played on easy.
Oh, drama in the chat.
Yep, this reduced spell cost by 10%, but honestly, I just don't think that's a big deal right now.
Right.
So I'm just going to get rid of it and synth other things later.
If you think about it, basically, you have a mana pool of, what is that, 37 right now? And most of your spells cost less than 20 MP. So you'd have to have quite a few of those for it to ever make a difference in the amount to get an extra cast.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be practical.
All right, and that was actually where I had stopped in the previous run.
Oh, so you call right back up.
Yep,
Yeah.
we are right back where I was. I've never fought forceps before, so we are going to try it now. Last time I actually had better spells, so we're going to see how this goes.
It's a good thing this isn't a DJ battle. Dude's got a lot more hands than you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I hope that's not a problem, Slur. He has a BRB for smelling something.
I think he smells how much trouble he's in with Mog. Need a moment? No, it's all in good fun. And I will maintain that until until somebody gets me a game, or gets someone else a game and not me.
Ooh.
Nah.
To be fair, I think a big part of it is that we have a schedule and we've been really consistent about it. Whereas Mog had been on hiatus for a while and just recently came back.
Aye. Because I feel kind of bad because great.
Here we go.
There we go.
It's got a lot of HP now. That'll help. It seems like if you can provoke the Guardian into using its power earlier, if you throw down a high-cost spell. Last time Ben synthed the scroll of...
Maelstrom.
No, it's Fallout. Yeah,
Was it Fallout?
the DOT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that would always cause him to interrupt it.
And because I'm not the best at rhythm games, I would always flub.
Right. So now it seems like if you don't have anything special like that, they'll just wait until about halfway into the match and then do it.
Right.
Elite, right. But in any case, Mog, it's good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it matter if we miss arrows in the non-active panel? Not if it's mana.
If it's the mana panel, it doesn't matter. If it's a spell panel, then missing it causes the spell to fizzle. If it's a defense panel, then missing it causes you to take damage.
Right. A black rock.
And a brick. The brick was actually the important thing. Because now I can synthesize.
I have a black crystal and a brick, man.
Yeah, I've never tried that one before.
Interesting.
So I'm going to go ahead and try it out.
Sure. Seems like also the XP to raise your success is a flat
Yes.
amount and not proportionate based on the level.
Right, yeah,
Which-
it's a flat amount.
Which helps quite a bit.
Right.
So you might as well, that being the case, you might as well always max it out.
And now, for those of you who didn't know, you actually have to beat the spell.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it's a 40-note combo. I am not good at combo, so game face on. I'm going to try it.
Breaker. Everyone reach to the screen. Lend Ben your power. I would lend him mine, but I've always been terrible at rhythm games, so...
I think that'd actually be negative power in my case.
We're going to just knock it out in one.
All right. Ronald Jenkins.
Combo breaker.
Yeah, I know there are some chatters or streamers who have set up so that people with certain pay amounts can actually cause sounds and things like that. If I did something like that, I know at least some of you jokers would totally do that just to throw me off my game.
Gearbox is odd on our smart car. A clutchless manual shift on its own, about to stall or hit the limiter.
Huh.
Interesting.
It's actually pretty neat.
So now you have to dedicate a spell slot to powering up your other spells.
Yes. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be worth it. Slurry smells the things. What things doth thou smelleth, Slur? Satan takes offense to that. You can take offense. I'll wait until you try to deny it. Aha.
Speaking of rap battles, Violent Dwarf.
Yes. That is an MC that I would totally respect. I'm trying to bait out an early Guardian effect so I can throw down the...
He smells justice. Slur turns on detective vision.
Because it charges up so slowly that I don't want to waste it.
I can definitely understand that. And, so you haven't actually cast it yet?
There it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not cast it yet.
Or because you want to wait for that. It makes sense to me. Yeah, I know, I probably would have missed the fact there were 2 arrows on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet some of the later tower levels will have guardian effects pop up whenever like a big damage chain is heading your way.
Right.
It's one of the few ways to add some unexpected difficulty once you get good at it. You can get good.
There we are.
I don't know if it's worth it, or they're just casting 2 spells.
Well, keep in mind that generally for your spells, it's going to be in the time that you would be spending charging it up anyway.
True.
Ah.
I can understand that.
See, I think it would probably be worth it. Especially for later spells that do more damage.
Yeah. If you make it with a really high damage spell, that'd probably be better. As it is, it's like with Arclight and Spheric, it doesn't seem like it's really strong enough to justify it.
I wonder if it would affect any of the damage over time spells.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a thought.
So yeah, there are a lot of different things that do go on in this game. Uh-oh.
Alright, but we're running out of time. Never seen that happen before.
Well, let's let you all see what happens when I run out of time.
The dwarf has a lot of defense,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to...
Yeah, that was my problem. I just didn't do enough damage.
Oh, it's immediate fail, even if you're winning.
Yep, it is immediate fail. Granted, fail isn't too bad. I mean, you still gain experience. I don't think you lose anything.
Right.
So.
Is our guy change expression at all? No.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, no, he does when he gets hit and stuff like that. And I think when he when he actually attacks or does an attack spell, I think the expression changes. Yeah, see, there's some... No, I guess not. It's only for getting hit. I had thought I'd seen him smirk, but maybe that's only if you win.
That could be.
The game's director, Jason Wuchinov, former Neo Jaff mod, and listens to the dub voice of Tugami and Danganronpa. Solar also notes that, by the way, we want to forge everything from A4. I'm assuming that doesn't apply if it's just, stat boosters and equipment, if you already have something better.
It might be something else that applies. Oh yes, and you can set 2 spells up in a row.
Yeah. If you get the MP for it. The mana for it. At least you caught that red one. That was the boost?
Yeah.
As part of the risk when you've got, if you are going to be going for boosting a high damage spell, is that this is more complicated nodes, so you have a chance of the entire routine going bust.
Right.
If you try to boost one and then you fail, that's 3 turns are out basically. Yeah, Slur, I think getting all of the gear instead of skipping one and getting the next one later would not be as essential on the lower difficulty.
There we go.
Yeah, if you're playing on the hardest one, you're probably going to want every advantage you can get.